NightCap recap. What up, fans?
What's going on, everybody? Jim Biringer here. NightCap recap. Waiting for Teddy to come on. We're part of Specialty Media. We're going live. Quick hitter for you. Recapping championship weekend. Super Bowl 60 is set. New England Patriots against Seattle Seahawks. Quick hitter on championship weekend. AFC, NFC championship games. Really good games. Come down to last plays. Teddy, what's going on, my man?
What's up, my brother? How we doing tonight?
Better than ever. Here we go. Recapping championship weekend. How does it feel?
Feels great, man. Hey, listen, this game turned out to be a thriller, this NFC championship. As the second half came along, we started getting some touchdowns back and forth. What a great day of football. Snowed in Sunday. Enjoyed some great championship football, man.
Hey, as I said this morning, yo, what is going on,
Chris?
Kavak? Yes, it's been a long, long time since we'll do it, and you guys will see it on the
Back on the live
page. Back on the lives. We had to do it. Again, as I said this morning, you got nothing better to do on a snowy day. You got nothing better to do Monday either. If you ain't going to work, you're not going to school, you check it out. You know where to be. Forget everybody else. You know the place to be. Breaking it all down here on a NightCap recap. Look, let's start NFC Championship game since it's finished. Look, you and I are going back in the text group. I still stand on my point. The Rams gave momentum back to Seattle. You take the points there. You make it a 1-point game. Rams defense was holding Darnold late in that fourth quarter. I thought that was a bad decision by Sean McVay.
Yeah, look, I'm with you. Generally, we're both take the points guys. And all day today, I was talking about Sean Payton. He screwed his team over. First quarter should have taken the points. Generally, 95% of the time, I'm a take the points guy. And there in that situation, I think I was 50-50. I would have been okay whether they were going for it or taking the points. I understand why they kind of went for it. I believe it was under 5 minutes to play. Still had all three timeouts. If you don't get it, you got Seattle pinned back deep. You have a chance to change field position. My thing was, if you're going to go for it on fourth there, why are you going pass? Come out with the run on third down, pick up what you can, get an easier pass for Stafford. I guess they also might have believed that with the momentum they had going, Stafford was playing hot. I'm sure Sean McVay is going to come out in the postgame and explain his line of thinking, but it's okay. Like, it's okay that we're disagreeing there because
I think we have to disagree because we shouldn't have to agree on everything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying here, Rams defense is playing a lot better than, they were pinning Seattle deep.
They
wasn't playing well. I'm like, all right, you kicked the field goal. You're not getting momentum. And now you gave him momentum because Kenneth Walker breaks off that run. I agree with you on that. I don't agree with the two pass calls. It looked like McVay wanted to call timeout.
I think so.
Before that fourth down play, but he's like, just run with it. The way Blake Corum was running for the Rams, I thought they should have ran the ball on third down there.
He did run down to the ref. You were right. And part of me thinks maybe he's like, you know what? I'm going to need these three timeouts because Seattle might, come alive here and get another score. Because, although Darnold was being stifled for a couple of those drives, let's give credit to him. He did come up with some big plays. The touchdown on that turnover from the botched punt return by the Rams. First play, immediately touchdown. So, you're right. Ken Walker stepped up. So I think McVay was thinking, let me save the timeouts here in that situation.
Yeah, I know. Just a lot of back and forth because I wrote a couple things down on my notes here. Look, I think one of the big turning points of this game, and yes, people, I do have a notebook.
The little black book.
The little black book. I thought if the Rams won this game, I circled it, I highlighted it. 4th and 12, Seattle's D, that was a dumb penalty. And then it leads to a touchdown. It made it 31-27. I'm like, oh, my God. This is what's going to cost the Seattle Seahawks a trip to the Super Bowl, a stupid penalty.
Right.
But they overcame it because Sean McVay does not take the points and decides that it isn't a good idea. But, again, capitalizing on turnovers, huge thing for Seattle in this game. I like what they did. Darnold poised in the pocket. JNS, huge game. Again, guys, this is why I watch college ball. JNS, Ohio State, killing it. Shout out to our boy Justin, who'll be on the program when we record full episode on Tuesday. He's coming on. JNS, Ohio State. He had 347, 3 touchdowns at the Rose Bowl. Go check the highlights. but he had a big game today. I thought Darnold came up clutch. I thought he played really well, and I think he silenced a lot of critics.
Yeah, dude, that play was very critical. I kind of didn't like it, but I saw in the replay, if you're a player, it's 4th and 12. You can't be running on the other team's sideline and getting in the quarterback or coach's face, especially when the ref was saying, hey, get the hell out of here. Initially, I hated it because I'm of the mind that, hey, unless this taunting is very egregious, what are we doing here? It's emotional playoff football. But the killer was, that was Woolen, I think, of Seattle. The play before that, he drops a would-be interception, gets the 15-yard penalty, and then gets burned on the touchdown immediately after the Nakua. So 3 straight bad plays. Seattle started fighting on the sidelines. The defense started getting each other's faces, and I'm like, oh, here we go. This is the momentum swinger. But kudos to them for the coaches, whoever, getting together and saying, hey, let's get our minds back in this game, and, let's make the stop when we need to, because that could have easily cost them the game right there, and they didn't let it happen. And the 12th man is back in full effect, if you didn't know.
Yeah, we were talking about it last week on the NightCap recap. That when they played your 49ers, you can hear 12th man's back in session. They're going to travel down to, unfortunately, they're going to travel to Levi Stadium.
Yeah, and it's not too far of a travel for Seattle fans. They're going to find their way there. New England's fans got to travel cross country, but they're going to be there because they were always there for Tom Brady and the dynasty run. So, Seattle, the 12s. Let's not be, hold back on what they meant to Seattle today, because Stafford had to get in some silent counts, get on the knee, and yell the play to his teammates in the huddle. So that 12th man all year long has been doing it for Seattle.
And Seattle's D kept them in this game because I thought Rams played really well to start this one. I thought some key turnovers, key stops, holding the Rams to field goals inside the red zone instead of touchdowns. That was big for Seattle's D. Not the old Legion of Boom, but this was they came up huge for Seattle today. And kudos to the Rams, hell of a season for them. And how about a hell of a game by Cooper Kupp?
Yeah, Cooper Kupp revenge game. Showed up with the Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball jersey when he walked in today. And Kupp, I think in the last meeting during the regular season with these two teams, I don't think he made a lot of noise in either of those games. He might have had like one decent game, but I think today revenge was on his mind. Doesn't want to see the Rams get back to a Super Bowl without him. And coming up huge with a touchdown. Big-time first down that they had to look at. I thought immediately it was a first down when he had the outstretched hands past the marker. That was big time. And I said it last week. I said, you got to give credit to ownership, the GM, for putting this team together, building through the draft with the young players they have, rebuilding a defense that, known for the Legion of Boom, just getting a lot of good players out there in the secondary. And it's littered with talent. And, listen, people were talking about Jets fans being upset. Sam Darnold's so far removed from the Jets that if you're a Jets fan and you're hating on Sam Darnold, I don't know what you're thinking. Minnesota.
You should be upset at your management for not putting the team around them.
Yeah. The Vikings fans have a legit gripe because we saw how J.J. McCarthy played this year, and we saw how well Sam Darnold played. Yeah, he came up small in the big moments in the playoffs last year, but he's shown this wasn't a fluke. He just got a team to a Super Bowl on a strained oblique, and he made the big – I said there's going to have to be a play or two he's going to have to make this week. He didn't have to do it against the Niners, and he did that tonight. Good for him. That's a guy who's been battered and crapped on by media and fans alike, and now he's going to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he shut us up because we had some takes on him earlier in the year. But I'm okay with that, but I'd rather be shut up. I want the players to step up and perform, and he did. And you mentioned it through the draft, rebuilding, right? Yeah. Well, let's talk about their opponent because they did the same thing, New England Patriots, right? Yeah. They're going back to a Super Bowl. That was an ugly 10-7 game, man. Ugly game.
Especially the second half.
But look, you said it in your little recap early on the page. Tale of two games, bright, sunny game to start, beautiful weather, second half, nothing but snow like we get in Jersey. Yeah. But again, coming down to taking the points, this is where you have momentum. Stidham gets the touchdown early, gets a touchdown drive. They're kind of holding Drake May. That defense is coming up large for the Broncos. And you're in field goal range. And a guy who's come up short in some heartbreaking championship games with the Saints kind of know. And I said it in my thing. For a guy who knows how valuable points are, You know how he did with the surprise, onside kick against the Colts in that Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I don't understand not taking the points there. 10-0. And now, look, you lost 10-7. Like, it could have been 10-10 game going to overtime.
Yeah.
I just don't understand that call.
Yeah, backup quarterback, momentum's on your side. Because Stidham, even Tony Romo was saying it, that get him making some quick passes early and completions to get his nerves steady. So, and then he had the big 54-yard pass play that set up the touchdown for them. Right there, Stidham's confidence is at an all-time high. You're going in to make it a 2-score game, and you don't take the points. Double-digit lead at that point. Who knows how the game would have turned out? Because like you said, what if it's 10-10 and this game's going to OT? It's whoever's going to make the big play first. Because nobody could complete a pass.
No.
Nobody could kick a field goal or an extra point. And nobody could see what was going out on the field. So at that point, it's a toss-up. You let your defense down because this defense was holding Drake May to minimal plays the entire game. So on Sean Payton, maybe a little too overconfident there. He's known as the guy that's a little overly aggressive. Some people have called him arrogant. I just think he's a very confident head coach and believes in his team and believes that he can make chicken salad out of chicken S. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So I think I agree, man. That early in the game, that's where you take the points. In that situation, should have taken them right there.
Well, because it gives New England momentum, like it gave Seattle momentum in this game. Because now they march down the field and they score, and now it's a 7-7 game.
Yeah.
And then they kick a field goal later on, and it's 10-7, and that's the rest of the game. That was it, because no one could do anything in the second half. Like, literally, no one could do anything.
It's crazy how much the elements took over that game. Like,
but give credit to the defense on both sides, though. New England's D played really well. Yeah,
especially when Denver was getting stops, and we're like, okay, are they going to make a play here? This is it. Just make a play. Somebody busts out a big run, and that's all you need. That's all you're going to need. But New England, time and time again, what they've been doing all year. And what did I say? A lot of the pundits saying, hey, didn't play any good teams this year, just Buffalo. No teams over 500. They had to go against Houston, a top defense, and now went into Denver and did it back-to-back. I'd say that's a great battle test now that you're going to be playing another top defense, Seattle. Look, New England's offense is going to have to clean it up. Drake May.
Big-time guy to clean it up. You can't play like these last two games for Drake May.
But they're battle tested now. No, you can't, but they're battle tested because you faced Houston and Denver, two of the top 5 defenses in the league, and you got another top 5 D coming with Seattle.
But can we say New England's a top 5 unit?
They might be. I have to go back and look at the numbers. I think they were like number 7 this year.
I'm saying right now in the playoffs because you put the stat out.
Yeah.
3 teams only now have gone to the Super Bowl holding
teams under 20 points.
20
and under
points
500
and
yards.
less than 500 yards.
Yeah, and what did I say? 0-0 Ravens won it. 0-6 Colts won it. So this bodes well now for
I'm
New
not
England.
I'm not going to say this New England Patriots defense is in the same category as that Ravens defense because that Ravens defense was all time.
Yes, absolutely. But they're not in the category, but
you're on a list that has 3 teams that have done that.
Yeah, which is insane. And now look, for all the praise we gave Sam Darnold, again, who would you rather see in the Super Bowl, Sam Darnold or Matt Stafford? You're going to see Sam Darnold. And how about these little stats I'll throw out? So some interesting stuff. Every time there's a new pope elected, the Seattle Seahawks make the Super Bowl. That continues. And then the other stat was 7 of the last 8 teams to beat the 49ers in the playoffs have gone on to make the Super Bowl. Make that 8 out of 9 because Seattle beat San Fran in the playoffs and are now going to the Super Bowl. It's a weird stat, I know. But
it's the rematch.
It's the rematch, yeah. And now we're getting a Super Bowl rematch. But let's also credit, how about Mike Vrabel, man?
Oh, yeah.
Look at this stat. How about this? Full circle. Ended the Pats dynasty in 2019 as the Titans head coach. And now is the head coach of the Pats, taking them back to maybe kickstart something new here. Full circle moment. I'm happy for him. Because, with the Titans, I feel like he should have got there that year.
I think he should have got there that year.
With Derrick Henry.
So.
Yeah.
If he had a comparable quarterback, I think he gets there.
Yeah, look, that was, again, Pat Mahomes, and that whole dynasty was starting. So, but you're right. If he had maybe a better QB than Ryan Tannehill, maybe they get there. But I'm happy for him and Drake May for, an awesome second year in the NFL for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is going to be a heck of a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The rematch, obviously, everybody's going to talk about.
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch, we got to get his, hear his thoughts. Everybody's going to talk about it. Could they have scored? Could they have gone back to back? I'll
tell you what, if we get in another situation, I don't think they're going to let Sam Darnold throw it. We're going to turn around and hand it to Ken Walker.
Yeah, 100%. They're going to hand it to Ken Walker. Yeah. But I agree with you. This is my tidbit going in. I think Drake May's got to clean it up.
Yeah.
I think he's got to be able to a little bit more focus. And neither guy, to me, I think, and we'll get into it when we go through our bigger episodes and stuff, but I'm going to say this. I think the nerves are going to be there a little bit early for a lot of these guys. But I expect J&S to have a big, big game in a Super Bowl just because that's what that kid does.
Maybe early odds-on favorite for Super Bowl MVP would be
100%. 100%.
Yeah, he might be the early odds-on favorite on the just overall for both teams. Because on the New England side, if I'm going to say who's the guy there, maybe Stephon Diggs or maybe a Ramondre Stevenson or something. But I think JSN is going to be the guy that's going to be the top of a lot of lists in Vegas as the odds-on early MVP favorite for the game. And, I agree. I think he's going to have a big game himself for sure.
Yeah, well, I can't wait. We got lots to talk about. We're going to do it again. We recorded this week. We want to jump on here for you guys, though. Give us our instant reactions to what we have championship weekend here on a NightCap Recap, Special Team Media. It's Jim Biringer, Teddy Repantis. Guys, we'll be back again for the full episode this week. Guys, take care.
Thanks, guys. Woo.